All right. Hello, everyone. So I thought I'd present some of my more of my books and some of my comic books, and tell you a little bit more about uh, the collection I have of paperbacks and kind of martial arts memorabilia. And we have there our little statues of Shang-Chi and Iron Fist, Master of Kung Fu and Iron Fist, and we'll continue with our little presentation on martial arts that I started, martial arts memories from um, my early years in collecting comic books. And one of the things I did is because of the interests in martial arts movies and so on, the Bruce Lees and all the movies that came out, I began accumulating uh, Iron Fist, and I also have a collection that I'll show in the future of the Master of Kung Fu series, Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu. So I thought I'd start with the paperbacks first. You can see the Judomaster, that's the Special War series. The Judomaster, that's the first ever appearance of Judomaster in comic books. And you have Marvel Premiere number 15, the first appearance and origin of Iron Fist. So the first novel that I want to show you is this one. It's called The Year of the Tiger, and it's Kung Fu. And it says that it's written by someone named Li Chang. And now, Li Chang, of course, is a pseudonym, and it's the pseudonym for Joseph Rosenberger. And Joseph Rosenberger, if you don't know, is a prolific writer. He wrote the Death Merchant, the very successful Death Merchant series that ran for quite a long time, published by Pinnacle Paperbacks. This paperback was published by an obscure paperback publisher called Manor Books. And Manor Books did two martial arts series. This one in a short-lived martial arts series called Mondo. So this is that. So that's number one. And here's number two. This is The Year of the Snake. And again, by Li Chang, and likely written by Joseph Rosenberger. The third book in the series also says Li Chang, but I can tell by the style of the writing when I read the book. The first book was by far the best, with lots of action, intrigue, and mystery. The third book, the style changed, so I'm suspecting that Rosenberger used a ghostwriter under this pseudonym, Li Chang. This is The Year of the Rat. This is actually the first book I ever bought in this series when I was quite young, actually, in my teen years, called The Year of the Snake. Fourth, uh, this is the eighth book in the series. This is by C.K. Fong. And C.K. Fong is written by a mystery crime writer named Bruce Cassidy under that pseudonym, C.K. Fong. This is number 7 in the series. Um, Number 7 is The Year of the Cock, Kung Fu Mace. That's number 7. There you see him with his nunchaku. And number 6 in the series is by Li Chang, and it's called The Year of the Boar. That's The Year of the Boar. And number 4 in the series is called The Year of the Dragon. And this is the best copy I have of that book. It's called The Year of the Dragon. Number 5 in the series is The Year of the Horse. And they have fairly nice covers. They're white covers, again, published by that obscure publisher, Manor Books. All right. So yesterday I started talking about my Iron Fist collection and the first appearance of Iron Fist. Now, for Iron Fist, the main creators for this was Gil Kane, and the writer was Roy Thomas. And this is probably a very iconic cover by Gil Kane. And if you look in the interior, you can see, let's see, the colorist Glynis Wine, and the inker is Dick Giordano. So that's the first appearance of Iron Fist, number 15. And this is the second appearance. This is number 16. Jaws of the Dragon. And this was also inked by Dick Giordano, and the artist was, I think it was one of his first, if not the first, artwork he did for Marvel. Larry Hama, who went on to greater fame and glory when he did his Nam series. And number 17 in this series, in the Iron Fist, is this one, Citadel of Vengeance. And number 18 continues the origin story. And you can see the style and the art is clearly Gil Kane. This looks like Gil Kane, but I don't believe it is. The style is very different. This is number 19, Death Cult of Karakai. This is number 20, and this is Batroc, the Leaper. And Batroc uses savate or foot fighting. He appeared really on, and I think it's in Tales to Astonish, fighting with Captain America. So this is Batroc the Leaper. And that's in number 20. Number 21, Vengeance of the Death Goddess. And here we have number 22, Death Duel with the Ninja. And the style looks like Kane, but it's not. These comic books I bought when I was quite young, and they're very well read. Now they are treasured possessions. This is number 23. Number 24. This is number 25. And that was the last of the Marvel premiere. And then Iron Fist appeared in his own comic book. And this is the first issue, him fighting with Iron Man, Duel of Iron. This is number 1. I have 2 copies of that. This one is a much lower grade than this one. This is number 1. This is number 2. Number 3. Yeah, this is Keith Pollard. This one is Gil Kane. This is Pollard. This one is Gil Kane. Rampage of Radion. Number 5. Wind Slays the Scimitar. It was right in this time period that Iron Fist started to appear in a magazine called Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, one of the Marvel magazines, black and white magazines aimed at a more adult audience. So this is Deathmatch. And there you have the august personage in jade, a mysterious figure at this point in number 6 of Iron Fist. And then we have number 7. This is kind of an iconic cover. This is, at this point, I actually, in Marvel Premiere, I think 25, John Byrne was doing the artwork chores. And this is a John Byrne cover. By My Hand. Number 8. And this is a very nice copy. I don't know. It's like a fine copy of number 9. Iron Fist. And here we have number 10. Wanted Iron Fist Kung Fu Killer. There's Colleen Wing on the cover. Here we have the Wrecking Crew in number 11. Famous recurring villains in other series of the martial arts universe. And here we have number 12 with him fighting with Captain America. Number 12. And then we have number 13. Target Iron Fist. And we have, of course, number 14, which I have in a special wrap because it is a more valuable book because of the first appearance of Sabretooth. So this is number 14. And then we have the last of the original Iron Fist title. I have the subsequent collections of Iron Fist, both in single comic books and in graphic novel bound collections. So this is number 15. Oh, yeah, 14 and 15. Okay, so now I'm going to present to you, just move these aside and center this comic book here. This is Judomaster, and these appeared in the mid 60s. This is the first appearance of Judomaster in a special war series. So that's Judomaster, a master of the martial arts, not just the one, not just judo, but karate, jiu-jitsu. And then we have another copy of that. And this is number 1, first number 1 of Judomaster, the Mountain Storm. Another copy of that. These are simple stories. The art for the interior of these books was by a guy named Frank McLaughlin. And Frank McLaughlin did artwork for Marvel in the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, usually showcasing martial arts movements and stances, which leads me and others to believe that he was himself a martial artist. So this is, uh, you can barely see these numbers. This is number 91. This is Charlton numbering, Judomaster 91. There's two copies of that. And here is Judomaster 92. And this, the Smiling Skull, was also a villain, a recurring villain in another series created by Dick Giordano. And the series was called Sarge Steel. And there's the Smiling Skull. I think this was his first appearance. So, and here we are, another. And this is 93. And of course, I have two copies of that. And the first appearance of Tiger might have been appeared originally in this one. I'm not sure. I think he appeared in this one first and then appeared in uniform as his sidekick in this one, number 93. Of course, I have two copies of that. And we have 94. This one is the nicer copy. And this is the Modern Comics reprint of number 94. And a backup feature of Sarge Steel. All those were drawn by Dick Giordano, and they were great stories, by the way. And here is 95. Excuse me. Fighting the Acrobat, of course. I have two copies of that. And 96. Looks like they had a long fight, the Acrobat and him. So this is when he returns. Of course, I have two copies of that. This is the nicer copy, obviously. One is more faded. And 97. This one's for Pop. Two of those. This is the rarer copy, the rarer number, the rarer issue. And the cover looks like the style of the cover, and I'm not certain of this, but the style of the cover and the artwork looks like it was done by Dick Giordano. With McLaughlin inks or the vice versa. McLaughlin with Giordano inks. So this is number 98, and this is the one that's hardest to find, I think, of Judomaster. I enjoyed reading these not quite, but very literate stories. And yesterday I was talking about this character, Jim Dennis, as written by Denny O'Neil, but and also by another writer assisting him in writing these stories, James R. Barrie. And what I was mentioning was that he helped to create this character, and this is the novelization of this character, Richard Dragon, Judomaster. So this is the first appearance right here. Here we have number 5, and this is the first appearance of Lady Shiva, who is one of the main characters in the Batman universe. Under an underrated book. That's not what I paid for it, by the way. Where it says $1, that's not what I paid for it. Slightly more valuable than $1, but this is the first appearance of Lady Shiva. And here is some more Richard Dragon, Kung Fu Fighter. There's another issue, number 7. Number 10 with the Lady Shiva appearance. Number 15. Number 16. Number 17. And number 18. So these are some of my Kung Fu fighters, along with the Dragon's Fist. Like I said, this is the very first appearance. And yesterday I made a mistake. I said it was done by Signet, but no, the publisher is a publisher named Tandem. And so it was published simultaneously by Award Books and by Tandem. 1976. Or sorry, 1974. Um, so there you go. Oh, and I wanted to show you one more. This is not so rare, but the single and only issue of Atlas Comics, Atlas Seaboard, that is, The Hands of the Dragon, um, talking about an interesting origin story. But sadly, this is the only appearance of this comic book series. Ambitious, but in the end, it never worked. All right, so there you go. This is my presentation of some of my comic books, martial arts comic books, my Judo Masters, the Richard Dragons. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to put thumbs up, like, feel free to comment, and if you can, please subscribe. All right, thanks. Bye.